Hey everyone, it's Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have some project shares for KSCraft. This is my third video of the May 2023 release. I will link parts 1 and 2 down below in case you missed them, but these are the last 3 die sets that I received, so I wanted to come on and show you what I've made. I will take some measurements for you. I'll link all them in their AliExpress store. If you have any questions, of course, just let me know. So let's get started. The first one, it's actually a stamp and die set, and this one is called the Happy Mail Seals Stamps and Dies. And this one is really fun. When I got this, I wasn't sure exactly what all the dies were. I thought they were like maybe layering dies or something, but no, each die cuts out perfectly the stamped images. So there are 6 stamped images and 6 dies. And what I did was I went ahead and numbered each stamp. You could see I put them here with a Sharpie. And then on the dies themselves, once I matched them up for the corresponding stamp, I took my Sharpie and then put the corresponding number onto the die. So I knew which one cut out the stamp exactly. So the ones that it comes with are Happy Mail, free sample, approved, 100% original, free gift, and important. So let me show you the ones that I made, and I'll give you some measurements as well. So I went ahead and heat embossed them, and I'll show you the embossing powders that I used. But as you can see, once you stamp them out and then die cut them with the appropriate die, it cuts them out perfectly. So this one, of course, says Happy Mail, and when you stamp it out, it makes it like a little bit broken up looking there, which kind of makes it look more authentic, like an actual, like, postal stamp. So again, this one says Happy Mail, and this one, well, let me just measure the diameter of the circle. That's about 1.5 inches. And then with the lettering, it's about 2 inches. So there's that one. And then also in the pink, I have 100% original. And again, you can see how the die cuts out the stamp perfectly. So this one, the embossing powder I used is a Sizzix one. And this one came in a 4-pack that I got from Zulily. So I don't know the exact name of it because it's not listed on here, but it's like a sparkly pink. And I think it looks really, really nice for these seals. And then the next 2 I made are in gold, and this one is free sample. Isn't that pretty? It just stamped beautifully, and the heat embossing came out really, really nice, I think. So there's free sample, and then the next one is approved. Again, I just love how it die cuts it so perfectly. These 2, I used an embossing powder that I got from Hobby Lobby on clearance. This is from Ranger, and it's called Princess Gold. So yeah, really, really pretty. And then the next 2 I made are free gift and important. And again, you can see how it kind of like breaks up the stamp a little bit, so it makes it look really nice and realistic, I think. So pretty, right? And this one, I used this embossing powder, Garden Patina, also from Ranger. This is a Wendy Vecchi embossing powder, and I did get it at Hobby Lobby, but it wasn't on clearance. So these you can, just like stick on to your packaging or in an envelope, or even use it as an embellishment on whatever project you're working on. I also stamped one onto a mini envelope. Instead of die cutting it, I just stamped it. And this one I used, this is a Memento ink that I gotten from, actually that was from on clearance at Hobby Lobby as well, just like a dark green one. I didn't emboss this. And for the little envelope, I used a set from KSCraft. This was a previous release, the cute envelope with liner. So this one came out in March. So I just wanted to show you a different way to use it. This would be a great little like enclosure in a gift. And this is what the other side looks like. So I love how it comes with the liner die as well. And I did edge this with some Distress Oxide in a yellow color. I forget which one it is. I have a few yellows, but I just thought it went nice with the gingham, and the yellow and green go nice together. So different ways you can use them. You can use the stamps coordinating with the dies that it comes with, or just use them as stamps themselves. So yeah, that's my first project. I had a lot of fun making this. I love using stamps when they come out nicely and they're kind of effortless, so it makes it very fun to use. All right, so let's move on to the next project. Oh, this one is so fun. This one is called the Vintage Wall Phone. Comes with all of these pieces to make a vintage phone, which I'll show you in a second. A lot of people on the design team and other artists have made different versions of this phone in different themes, which makes it really, really fun. I wanted to make mine in kind of like a patriotic theme, so that's what I did, and I made mine into a card. So this is how it came out, and I love it. I think it's a really nice summery card. I used some paper that I just picked up from Joann's. It's one of their Park Lane new patriotic paper pads. It's the smaller one, and I love the popsicle pad, so I wanted to use that as the base of the wall phone. So as you can see, it's a really nice size, and what I did was I put a brad behind the like dialing part so it turns. Isn't that cute? I left the like the little finger part on here. You could put it on the side if you wanted to, but since I was making the this part spin, I just left the little metal part there so it would not hinder it from spinning. So just a fun little interactive piece. I put a sticker, Let Freedom Ring, to go with the whole phone kind of theme. I love this part of the die set. It embosses and cuts out the little like coin slots, 25 cents, 10 cents, and 5 cents. So that's a nice touch. There are all of these different layering pieces. It makes this cute little hand set part that has layering pieces as well. This is the phone cord, and I put that in some white glitter paper as well as the different accents just to, kind of make it look like a celebration kind of card. And yeah, so I made this into a 6x6 card because the phone itself is a pretty good size. Let me measure it for you. It is about 4 7/8 inches from top to bottom, and then if you include the handset part, it's over 3 inches across, about 3 1/4 inches. So you could do this in so many different themes, dress it up if you want to. You don't have to make it spin if you don't, if you don't put a brad in there. It doesn't need it, but I just like the interactive part of that. So yeah, that is my project for this die set, and the inside I put Happy Birthday America. This is from, I think it was a Cartabella or a Simple Stories patriotic set that I had in my stash, but I figured I would use that as well as the paper from Joann's. And I love this pie paper too. So yeah, I hope you like this little vintage phone. I just I thought it went well with the patriotic theme because it's kind of a piece of American history. So what better to put on a Celebrate America card. So that is my second project. And the last one we have for today, oh, these are fun. These are the flower centers. So it comes with all of these different dies, different sizes, different shapes of centers for your flowers. You can use these as standalone flowers as well, which I did. I'll show you. It makes teeny flowers, but I also used it to make flower centers too. So let me show you the ones that I made. I created some paper flowers using a previous die set from KSCraft, but this is a much older one. If I can find it, I will link it down below as well. But I created these with some paper that I printed out from Etsy. And then the flower centers, I used the new die set and I cut that out with, well, I used some shimmer paper from Michaels. And I think it adds just such a nice, pretty touch. It's very nice and delicate. You could do this in different kinds of paper. Metallics look really nice. I added some little like ball cabochons that I got from Etsy recently. And I did some shaping on these flowers as well. And I just love them. I think they're so pretty, and these will come in handy when I'm working on a project and I need some paper flowers. These I cut out of that same paper from Michael's, but this is like a teal color, and use those for the centers of the pink flowers. Oh, sorry, I was going off frame there, but yeah, aren't those really pretty? So these measure, let's see, the bigger flower centers measure a little bit over 1/2 inch. Well, probably more. I have them curled up a little bit, but you get the idea. And then a smaller one measures about almost, what's that, 3/8 of an inch. So really, really cute, right? And then I made some smaller ones as well. Let me show you those. These smaller ones, I used just the flower center dies. I didn't use any separate flower dies. So I just, cut them all out. It's easy to do. You just run them all through your die cutting machine at once. I didn't cut them apart very much. And then I used the shimmer papers in the teal and in the pink. And then I had a leftover paper gingham piece too, so I used that for one of the flowers. And you could just, stack them up and fluff them up a little bit and glue them together and then make these little teeny tiny flowers. So some of the smaller ones that I made, let's see, this one measures a little bit over 1/2 inch. This smaller one, this one's about almost 1/2 inch. And then this bigger one with the paper flower is about 3/4 of an inch. So, smaller flowers, but sometimes you need smaller ones. And I think these will be perfect for that. So some of them I use contrasting paper, some of them I used all the same paper. So they add just, a nice touch of, especially if you have leftover flower centers, which is what I did, because when you cut all those out, you don't necessarily need them all for your project, so you can go ahead and make separate flowers. So yeah, I think these came out really, really pretty, and I am happy with those. So that's it for today, just 3 different projects. These are the 3 remaining dies and stamps that I had left to show you. Let me know what you think. I would love to know if you have any questions. Again, please let me know, and these will all be linked down below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.